Yeah, as you can see now, the internet is on fire because of um, the statement and the post of Donald J. Trump, the president of America, about Nigeria. Everywhere is boiling right now. Even the Nigerian government is running out as they don't know what to do again. They are confused. But that is not really my own concern here. That's not really my own concern here because I have been saying something about this. I am not talking now because a lot of people have been talking with different opinions, with their different ideas. No, that's not the reason why I'm talking. I'm talking now because I have been talking before now. I have said things before now. Okay? Now, look at my own point here. And here is what I have to say. First of all, do you remember? I think that was in 2016 or 2017, thereabout. It was this same Donald Trump that called all the African countries a shithole countries. Do you remember? Point number one. Be patient so that you'll understand where I'm going. Number two, can you now tell me how was Libya during the time of Muammar Gaddafi and how is Libya today? Which one is better? Now, who unalived Muammar Gaddafi? Who did that? And put the Libyans in the perpetual suffering that they are in today? Who did that? Number two. Number three, which country in Africa have America supported, fought for their betterment? Which country in Africa? Look at what is going on in Zambia today. Oh, sorry, not Zambia, Tanzania. I mean to say, look at what is going on in Tanzania today. As at 2 or 3 days ago, over 700 people have been unalived. What has America done about that? Number four, look at Cameroon. Cameroon have had Paul Biya as their president for 40-something years now. Look at the condition of the Cameroonians under the leadership of an old man of 90-something years in the person of Paul Biya. What has America done about that? Now, to that of Tanzania, remember that Tanzania have had one party in leadership since 1961 till date, no change. And look at what the Tanzanians are going through today. Now, ask yourself, or before you, I want you to ask yourself, one more, I think the 6th or the 5th one now. Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Everybody now can see that that young man have good intention about his people and Africa at large. But this same America, under the leadership of this same Donald Trump, wanted to use a black general in American army to destabilize Ibrahim Traore's administration. And this same Donald Trump has sent so many traitor messages to Ibrahim Traore. This same Donald Trump. Now, here is the thing now. This is the game now. Because I've talked about this before now. Those of you that are clamoring, those of you in Nigeria that are clamoring for America to come and liberate Nigeria, come and stop insecurity, come and do this and do that. Have you asked yourself, in the first place, who are the people responsible for this insecurity in Nigeria? When did this Boko Haram of a thing, when did it start and how did it start? How did this terrorism came into Nigeria? How? Now, here is the politics. Here is the politics. Bola Ahmed Tinubu may not be doing well. Bola Ahmed Tinubu may not be doing well in his administration. He may not be doing well in his administration. Doesn't really mean that I believe that this man doesn't have good intention for Nigerians. Probably he may have good intentions for Nigeria, but he didn't know that entering into Aso Rock is a different game. It's a different ball game altogether because you will have a lot of forces to contend with. You will have a lot of powers to face. You will have a lot of interests to carry, to fulfill. Internal interests, external interests, regional interests, tribal interests. You will have all this, and they are all choking because all these interests can never align with your own policy as the president of Nigeria. That was what Tinubu did not know. Yes. But when he entered, as soon as he entered, he now saw the template, how the whole thing had been played out. This is the secret that an outsider cannot, you can't know it. Even P2B, should P2B enter Aso Rock today, believe you me, P2B will do the worst. Yes. Because these powers will frustrate him, will make him do things that will make Nigerians say, wow, so this is how you are. So you've been pretending. So we didn't really know you. That's exactly the game. Now, have you asked yourself, why is it that after Tinubu swore in as the president of Nigeria, he never had any relationship with America? He never traveled to America. He was busy traveling to France, traveling to France, traveling to France. The France that he thought could help him doesn't have what it takes to help him out of the grip of Britain and America. Here's the thing now. Now, let me rewind your memory tape a little bit. Do you remember 2015? Do you remember what happened? That was when this Boko Haram of 18 came into Nigeria. Do you remember what happened? Do you remember how Goodluck, Ebelmo Jonathan, was removed by this same America under the leadership of Barack Obama? Do you remember that? No, do you remember? Because if you become the president of Nigeria, this is their interest. If you become the president of Nigeria and you are not doing their bidding and they are not using you the way they like, Americans are not using you the way they like, you'll be in a problem with them. Now, all this whole thing now that is happening, all this Donald Trump, declaring Nigeria this and that, sending military coming to do this, is just to disgrace Tinubu out of office come 2027. Take it or no. Take it or no. And there's nothing more than that. And the most dangerous aspect of this whole thing is when this thing happens and America brings in their military base in Nigeria, forget it. Bear in mind, if their military base comes into Nigeria in the name of fighting terrorism, they will not share any intelligence with you. In fact, they are not going to collaborate with Nigerian military. They will do it on their own, just on their own alone. And as soon as they come in, don't expect them to live in the next 2-3 years. No. Take Afghanistan, for example. I have told us something about Afghanistan. Take Afghanistan, for example. When they entered Afghanistan, how long did they stay? Over 20 years. At the end, what happened? Finally, the terror organization, the Taliban, took over Afghanistan. Even while they are there, the Taliban are still ruling Afghanistan till today. Those of you that want them to come, I'm not against. But now who could suffer? Who is going to suffer it? This is politics. It's all about interest. It's all about American interest. What they want to gain. It's not that not necessarily like, oh, they love you, they want to save you, they want to bring peace. No. See, America have this pattern of knowing how to create problem. When they create problem for you, and when that problem is eating you up and you are like messing up, they will do that problem they created, come into you, establish themselves and get what they want out of you, whether you like it or not. At that point, you won't have any choice again. Now, I don't want to make this video to be long. If I will have the opportunity to make it part 2, I will. But if not, but let me encapsulate it here, right here and now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what is the right thing for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do? I have told us before that one Nigeria is their gain, but one Nigeria is your pain. As a Nigerian, that word or that language or that slogan, one Nigeria, is your own pain. But that one Nigeria is their own gain. Mama Gaddafi knew this secret. And that was why Mama Gaddafi was able to tell Sani Abacha then that if you really want your country to have peace and you have peace, divide this country. Divide it. Because if you divide it, you have shattered their interest. If you divide it, you have destroyed their grip over Nigeria. Because they are using Nigeria to torture every other African black country. When they talk about their white supremacy, you don't understand. Because they manipulate you. Through this manipulative attitude of theirs, they gain ground and tell you that you forgot your brain in your mother's womb and came into this life empty. That is exactly the thing. So what am I trying to say here? My advice to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, your own might be dangerous, your own might be worse than that of Goodluck, Ebelemo Jonathan. Remember that they have your bad record. Remember that you and Buhari and some of your Yoruba colleagues during the time of Jonathan went to this time America to submit a petition about the terrorist attack and activities going on in Nigeria. And the government of Goodluck, Jonathan, wasn't doing anything. Do you remember? Or have you forgotten in a hurry? Probably now they have visited that your petition. And it is now that petition is right. And it is now right against you. Now, if I were you, this is the time to divide Nigeria. Yes. Divide Nigeria. If Nigeria is divided today, I promise you, and everybody that will come across this video, I promise you, even with the last drop of my blood, I promise you there will be no terrorism again in Nigeria. There will be no terrorism again. Because dividing Nigeria means that you have shattered and destroyed their grip. Not only American grip on Nigeria, even the British grip on Nigeria is now being shattered. Yes. So the only thing that is giving them strength and power to control, drive Nigeria to any part that they like, is this one Nigeria of a thing, which is their gain and your own pain. If Tinubu have an ear, let him hear. Because if this thing eventually happens, it has nothing to do with all this social media denial, this one, that one, blah, blah, blah. They know what they're doing. Americans know what they're doing. They know the game they're playing. And when that time comes, which is not going to be far from now, Tinubu, your own exit will be worse than that of any president at all in Nigeria. Before you, maybe after you. Thank you very much, my lovely fans all over the world. Stay safe for me because I love you. Bye.